Hey folks, another very warm day across the valley today. Temperatures this afternoon well above normal for this time of year once again. Something we'll be used to the next few days. Maybe a change though about day 7. Here are the current temperatures right now: 87 in Brownsville, 92 McAllen, 87 also in Weslaco. Tomorrow we're at least as warm as today, maybe a couple degrees warmer in most locations, 87 to 98 across the region. And yep, the word humid is on there once again, likely to be that way. Now look at the rest of Texas. It's only 63 right now in Abilene, same thing in Amarillo, 59 in Odessa. There's a front on the map, but that's not the front we're talking about. It will die long before it gets here. Although look to the north of it, it's a pretty good rain. So not only is it cool, but it's kind of wet up in the Texas Panhandle, working its way toward Oklahoma, all that moisture moving that way. The front washes out and moves back to the north. So that's the end of that. So tomorrow we're hot and humid again, and you go on into Saturday, Sunday, we're still hot and humid. No real change until about the middle part of next week. The heat and humidity sticks around. There's Monday, here comes Tuesday, then we go to Wednesday, but alas, there's the front on the map. Models now showing that front pushing southward, and sometime during the day on Thursday, the Euro's a little more aggressive, the European model, than the U.S. model. It pushes it through early Thursday, maybe triggering a shower and then turning temperatures down a little bit for Thursday and then for the rest of the week next week. But the U.S. model is a little slower than that. Look also on the eastern side of the Gulf. The Euro says something tropical, something going on in the eastern Gulf. But of course, if something does go on in the eastern Gulf, it likely will stay in the eastern Gulf and go away from us. But at least the models are hinting at something over there late next week. Folks in Florida don't want to hear that. So our rain chances about 10% tomorrow. Then we're dry through Tuesday. And then as that front approaches Wednesday into Thursday, a spotty shower threat shows up. High temperature wise, well, look at this. 95s, 97s, 95. And then we cool it off for Thursday. 88 or 86 degrees rather, so at least a little bit of a change by the time we get to Thursday. But as you've probably noticed, this month so far has not just been a little warmer than normal, it's been a lot warmer than normal, something that might last a little while. Alan, you've got to look back, and now you're looking forward to see what we can expect the next few days.
Yeah, overall it's been a pretty warm October. We tied 2 record highs yesterday, so if you think it's been a little warm, it definitely is. The heat has been cranked up a little bit for October, so let's take a look back at the temperature so far through almost the first 2 weeks that we've gone through. And when you look at the valley cities here, Weslaco, McAllen, Brownsville, and Harlingen, all running way above normal. When you take the high and low each day, average them out, and look at the average temperature for the month, you see Weslaco's almost 6 degrees warmer than normal, Brownsville about 4 degrees warmer than normal, and Harlingen almost 3 degrees warmer than normal. So even with a cold front coming next week, the longer range forecast, which is this period October 19th to 23rd, this outlook from the government, has pretty much the entire country. I know you can't see the entire country on the map, but it goes across most of the entire country. Still a good chance for it to come out warmer than normal. Our average high in the climate data that time of the week and the month is about 86, give or take a little bit. So you can figure if that averages out to be warmer than normal, we'll be seeing a lot of days warmer than 86, which 86 was our cool down day there on the,
yes.
on the 7-day temperatures you just saw. We could use more rain too. Drought monitor hasn't changed a lot since last week. Most of the valley dry, or some parts of the valley like western Hidalgo County, southern Cameron County in a moderate drought. This week, you see it hasn't changed much. We had a little bit of rain earlier this month, but things overall have been pretty dry. So we could use more rain. October kind of gets into that drier weather on average time, later October, November, when it doesn't rain heavily too much. But Tim, we could use a little more rain. We could use some cool air, and those 2 things are missing most of the time here in the
Don't
forecast.
see a lot of either one,
Yeah.
One of the interesting things is, you talk about the temperature being 5-6 degrees above average so far this month. That's a lot for an entire month. Typically by the end of the month we would balance that out, a little bit at least. To balance it out, it would have to be pretty cool now.
Yeah, the last half of the month is going to have to cool off a substantial amount to balance this one out.
We don't see that happening, at least not in the next 6 days, maybe out about day 7, maybe.
Maybe.
A little bit of a cool down, at least if you believe the European model. All right, so let's take a look at what that forecast calls for tonight across the valley. Mainly clear skies, above average, 71 for your low temperature. And then tomorrow, back up to 95. Can't rule out a shower, but boy, it's really isolated. Most areas should stay rain-free tomorrow with southeasterly winds at about 7 to 15 miles an hour. So here we go, 7 days worth of numbers. We go 95, 95, 97. Nighttime lows in the low to mid 70s. We go beyond that. Take a look at this, 97 on Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, we're back at 95, and then by Thursday, that's the front. And again, timing of the front still a little suspect. The European model brings the front in early Thursday. U.S. model says not until later on. So the high, we'll probably adjust that a few times as we get closer to it. Depends on the timing. But at least there's a hint that we could see some slightly cooler temperatures slightly cooler by the end of next week. That is your updated First Warn 5 forecast.